Hey folks, what's up? Welcome back to another Pokemon Master video, and tonight we're going to have the Singsu Thunderbolt Red drop in the game with Pikachu, and let's talk a bit about him, right, as we will, as usual, be pulling for him live at reset, so make sure you all are liked, subscribed. I don't know why I said liked again, but subscribe notifications to, you know, check it out as soon as possible, right, so, I'm a mess. Anyways, let's check out the unit, so, Thunderbolt Red and Pikachu, very powerful unit in my personal opinion, right? The most worth it of the three units that we're getting over here, right? And mostly because he's very powerful. He sets terrain, right? Extends terrain, can do damage, can nuke, have max move, right? He's got a lot of things going on him, right? In one unit, so let's go through them one by one, I guess, right? So, first of all, in terms of stats, he has very good speed stat. Super fast, right? Reasonable HP and defensive stats for a unit that's not really going to be a tank. Right? And then, solid special attack stat. It's not, like, great. But, or physical and special attack stats, because they're the same. And he mostly uses physical. It's not, like, crazy good, but it's good enough, I'd say, in general. So as for your moves, you got Thunder Shock, 1 gauge spam, right, his chance to paralyze, Electric Terrain, which gives you Electric Terrain, surprise, B Volt Tackle, which is your buddy move, which is basically just a 2 gauge move that does not have recoil, no recoil here, 2 gauge move, 180 base power at 5 out of 5, right, that targets all the opponents and has none of the damage, you know, AoE damage drops and stuff, right? So there's no AoE split. It's basically like that, the Luzamine's Prismatic Laser, right? Post sync, or Annie N's Blue Flare, right? Except the 2 gauge move that still has very good power. And then yeah, basically it also has Piercing Blows into it as well, and debuffs the opponent's defense, special defense by 1 every time when the opponent's paralyzed. This is ridiculous of a move. This is absolutely ridiculous of a move. Unlike the Aura Cynthia and Ash moves, which both of those two have limits on how many times you could use it, right? For Aura Cynthia, you can only use it twice, and for Ash, you can only use it once. This one has unlimited uses. This buddy move has unlimited uses as long as Electric Terrain is up. And he's very good at keeping Electric Terrain up. So as long as you have Electric Terrain up, you could just spam this. Well, granted you have the 2 gauges required, but you just spam this like it's nothing, right? So again, very powerful. Every single time you hit the opponent, goes through all those damage reduction passives that those annoying legendary gauntlets have. You just go straight through them. If they have, like, you know, crit protection passives, all that, go through all of those, and when they're paralyzed, you debuff their defense, special defense by 1 every time you hit them as well. This is a ridiculous move. And also, again, no recoil despite being Volt Tackle. Ridiculous move. Very powerful, right? In terms of, like, damage-wise, I mean, for a 2 gauge move, this is really freaking good, okay? For a 2 gauge move, hitting these numbers, that's really nice. Really nice, right? So, yeah, you have that going for you. You have your trainer move, which gives you +6 attack, and then gradual healing for your team for, like, no reason, basically. Right, and then what else you got? And yeah, and the Sync Nuke multiplier over here, innate, is just when there's Electric Terrain, which again, really easy to do in this case because you have Red's Fighting Spirit, which extends the duration of Electric Terrain when the terrain turns into Electric Terrain when the user is on the field. Quickly charges your move gauge as well when you're in Electric Terrain, and then restores your HP every time you take an action in Electric Terrain, which is ridiculous. This is all ridiculous stuff, man. Very funny. And funny in a good way. So, I mean, when I say funny, it's generally usually in a good way. Moving on, you have Clutch Critical, which, except in certain circumstances, which I would assume would be probably like Crit Shield or something, right? Successful hits with the user's following attacks will become critical hits. The Pokemon moves, Sync moves, or Max moves. So all your moves, unless there's like a Crit Shield up, generally, right, will be crits, straight up. So you have guaranteed crit there. You have Max Countdown 3, which gives you 3 Sync move countdown after using a Max move, which is also ridiculous. Like, everything is ridiculous, right? Yeah. Thunder Shock, ridiculous. Can't believe they gave him this thing. Unreal. No, not really. But that aside, right? again, you can see why I feel this guy's really good, right? It's got everything. You got, you know, solid damage over here. You got debuffs in here, right, on both defenses. You have basically, you know, max offensive stats for yourself in one move. You got Electro Train. You could extend Electro Train. You got good speed. You give your team acceleration in Electro Train. You got heals for your team. You got heals for yourself. You got a 1 gauge spam if you want. That could help paralyze. Like, and then you have max moves, which has a guaranteed paralysis on both of these G-Max Vault crashes. One being physical, one being special. Generally, again, you want to use the physical one. Mostly good. Not, you have the same stats, but it's like, yeah, right? So, you just buff your own physical attack. Then you also have, like, max guard, I guess, which is cool if you care about that. Anyways, moving on. I mean, it could be clutch in certain scenarios, alright? So, yeah, very good unit. So, in terms of, like, if you are trying to go for him, how many copies do you really need? At 1 out of 5, he does have most of his stuff, right? You basically have most of your stuff. But you are, in terms of what you're missing, you are missing some Sync Nuke Multipliers, which his Sync Nuke, also very powerful over here, right? Just a, you know, shade below Marnie with the with Marnie's SE up, right? Even more than Marnie without Marnie's SE up, which is pretty impressive, right? And then you also have, you know, pretty good damage on your max move as well, on top of, again, you know, decent, not like crazy good, but decent DPS over here that debuffs the opponents every time you hit. So yeah, if you do want the Sync Nuke, you do want to go a bit higher, or some other, you know, things over there. But yeah, at 1 out of 5, you don't really actually get anything. Get a few like power-ups for your Volt Tackle, B-Volt Tackle, but that's kind of about it. At 2 out of 5, you do gain Static Shock, which is extra 30% on your Sync. Paralysis Energy, extra 10% on your regular moves, which I'm not sure if that's really worth 8 energy, but I mean, if you are 2 out of 5, you don't have much else to pick up anyway, so like, why not, right? Thunder Shock costs environment at 4, which would be nice if you're, for some reason, not using that max move. And then Charge Immunity, which is alright. You're not really, you know, and then Grounding Wire, which one prevents status, one prevents flinch, trap, confuse, but again, you're generally not really tanking with him, so you won't be hit with those too often. But you know, it's nice to have in certain stages that do that a lot, right? So yeah, the Spark of Victory ramp up, which gives you +2 special attack, which is not really useful. Unless for some reason you just really want to use a special version of your max move, like if the opponent just has like very high physical defenses or whatever, right? And okay, sure, you go for the special version of the max move. But yeah, 3 out of 5 is where you get all your stuff. I'd say you either go for 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, right? 1 out of 5 or 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5, you get Haymaker over here. You get, you know, Cakewalk over here. Shocking Slowdown, which could help debuff the opponent's speed, which helps your actual Cakewalk, I guess. Although, you might want, you know, another, like, actual speed debuffing unit to help you there. But anyways, Piercing Gaze is not that big of a deal. They're all 100% accuracy. Unless the opponent buffs their evasion, you don't really need it. Max Conductivity is really nice as well. That gives you another Electro Terrain, right? So there's also that. Staggering on Thundershock if you want to para-flinch the opponent, right? You also got that option for certain legendary gauntlets for your teammates. It will be useful because for Red itself, you don't really need that because you go through it as long as you have the Electro Terrain up. And then what else you got? You got Attack to the Max 3, which extra, you know, 30% to your max move damage if you have your attack buff, which is not hard to do. Just press this once and then boom, you got it. Shock Recovery, which is, I don't think it's super useful. You already have enough heals. I feel gradual heals at least, right? So, yeah, this guy's good. And then Sync Move power-ups, obviously. He's good, man. I don't know what else to tell you. This guy's, like, fantastic. He's really good. Really good. He's got everything you need, man. The debuffs, the statuses, the damage, the sync damage, the max move damage. Yeah, no, this is... I don't care if you're like free to play or if you're a big spender or whale or whatever. As long as you don't absolutely hate Ash or not Ash, well, Red or Pikachu like as a character / Pokemon, like unless you just hate these two people from your bones, this is someone you want to pull for, okay? This is someone you want to pull for. Like, you really want to pull for this guy. Again, Ash is good, Aura Cynthia is good. Both of them are very good, but, like, I'll put it to you like this. If, for example, I only had 36.6k gems, and you had to give me a choice. All right, these 3 banners. Got to pick one. I think I'd pick this one. Right? So, highly recommend. Right? He's best of both worlds. Right? Very, very well. Not even both. Many different worlds. Just a good unit. Like I give this guy like a 9.5 out of 10 even. Right? In terms of like, you know, pull rate. This is just, he's good, man. He's good. He's one of 3 anniversary units. Personally, I feel like he's generally the most useful, right? And he's just that good, man. He's that good of a unit. He's good. Someone count how many times I said the word good in this video. It is what it is, man. He's got everything that you need to make a strong unit. And yeah, they made another Singsu Red, and this one did not miss again. So, anyways, good luck, guys, are pulling, right? So, yeah, let's rate this one. I hope you all enjoyed it, guys. Think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy the videos, our channel for some more Poem Massive content. And we will be pulling later on when it resets, so make sure to tune in. That. I'll see you guys in the next one.